Warning, spoilers ahead. Welcome to the Operation Strix podcast. I am your host, LaCroix. Joining me today is Roski Draftsman.
What?
Cool Blue Rays.
Hi.
Raph.
Hey.
And Sid.
Ayo.
Ayo, everybody.
Ayo.
Chapter 122. Guys,
Thank God.
it's happening. It's finally fucking happening.
Plot. Real plot.
Real plot things going
Only
on.
took 120 chapters.
What?
I don't even
Lord,
care.
You're
Jesus.
exaggerating.
Like, usually I got something to say about that, but yo.
It's taken 6 years.
Yeah.
We've gotten a lot of stuff lately.
I mean, okay. I'm not doing the recap thing. Everyone who's listening to this has already read the chapter, and if you haven't, go read the chapter because
Yeah, don't
there's a lot
fucking
to talk
listen to
about.
this.
Jumping
Go
right
read
in,
the
huh?
chapter.
I mean,
Yeah.
shouldn't. I mean, isn't it good for people to do a recap anyways, just for the sake of having our ideas organized?
Well, actually, I have a lot of bullet points that I think is going to take us all episode to go over. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm sure. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ain't
I've
no
got
way.
bullet points. I'm organized this episode, guys. Like, this
An
is...
organized episode?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
crazy.
Who
In
would've
this
thought?
podcast, insane.
In this economy?
And, I was about to say.
I know I ain't got time to do this shit normally, but I honestly had to make bullet points because there was so much we were talking about this morning, and I want to hit all of them.
Sure.
I guess the thing that we should obviously address first is Siggy's relationship to Anya and Project Apple. Yay!
Everything you ever wanted to say.
Validation.
No, it's it's so funny. Woohoo! The old man is
the
horrible.
scariest manga
Yay!
panel in all of Spy Family.
See,
That's just
I
terrifying.
had a brief
Definitely one of them.
I had
yes.
a brief prediction for myself when I woke up and I was like, oh, there's a new chapter. I bet there's gonna be some scary panel face. But I didn't know it was gonna be about Sigmund or the context it was going to happen in. So
Yeah,
I
you're
was
always
still
manifesting.
really surprised. Yeah.
You're always manifesting things in Spy Family, and it's a little scary, but I'm about it.
I mean, life had to consider something, which is very specific.
I mean, to be fair to you guys, I really didn't think the Authens were connected in any way to the main plot. I
Really?
really didn't want to
I
believe
did.
that. So
I feel so validated
I
right
was like,
now.
I was
I'm
against
so
it.
happy.
I just really like that they were such sweet grandparents to Anya. The last thing I wanted to contend with is like the complicated history background of Sigmund and what this means going forward. But please continue.
For the
Bro.
most part, Barbara seems pretty innocent from whatever's going on.
Yes.
She has
Yeah.
no clue.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, the entire ethos of the manga is that people have duplicitous sides to each other. So I do not think more like she is complicit at all. Like Barbara,
That's true. That's a
like,
good point.
everything about this looks to be straight on Sigmund. Which, by the way, now it makes sense. He's called Sigmund. Creepy motherfucker.
Why?
You know?
Okay.
Just like his namesake.
Yeah. Like, of course. Like,
Never trust a man named Sigmund. Was his name
Never.
Sigmund or Sigismund?
Sigmund.
Sigmund.
His
like,
nickname is Siggy.
Yeah, Siggy.
Siggy.
Siggy,
Which
but he's-
I honestly didn't remember. I was calling him Arthur Authens. Like,
Really?
yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah, he's Grandpa Siggy, right?
no,
Yeah.
yeah, we were. I mean, we know Endolop's his alliteration, but
Yeah.
he actually used a significant name to, you know, kind of eventually reveal this guy was dangerous.
Yeah, but I want y'all's take on how dangerous because okay, I wasn't sure what to think of like this sequence because uh at first when I read it, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this dude's like in on it, like he knows everything that's going on. And like obviously he does know what's going on, but the way that he's like, I'm looking at it now, like he's writing all of this because it's not to Desmond. All of this is notes to
Uh-huh.
himself
To
because
himself,
he can't
yeah.
Right.
remember
Yes.
things.
No, yeah, I mean, there's a possibility that he may not be a danger per se to Anya, but it's very clear that he has been involved in all the mess.
Oh yeah.
So like that is the one thing we have for
Yeah.
certain.
I
But
mean, due
now,
due to his age and everything, even if it was only 4 years ago, I don't think he could have really been directly involved with Project Apple.
Hmm.
And I mentioned this in the group chat in the server
Hmm.
that I thought it was, like I thought maybe it was a bit of like a convenient. It was very convenient that he hadn't recognized Anya prior to this revelation because Anya's mother looks so much like her from what we understand, like same hair color. But I think I was talking with Una in the DMs, and she pointed out that she believes that he might. I mean, he's connected, but he's not. He wasn't working on this project potentially. Like he knew about it, but he never saw any real confidential information about it because he wasn't directly involved with it. Um,
See,
so
I'm glad
that's the
that you.
idea I'm under. Or like maybe he had like this proposal of a research plan, but then it kind of got government involvement and the funding involved and other just officials had different ideas of how they could utilize this research, and it kind of led to this result of like kind of abuse of power, kind of taking people's lives and experimenting on them, but it
I
had kind of like a pure like theoretical standpoint in the beginning. Like maybe Authen did kind of lead the charge on this idea, but he never intended for it to go in this direction.
I'm just glad that you brought up that he didn't recognize Anya because uh she does look like her mom, so why wouldn't he recognize her?
Very
I'm good.
iconic hair and the little horns and
Well,
like the little buns too. Like,
I
yeah.
think he subconsciously does because obviously his memory isn't all there, but I'm looking back and God, what is her name? Barbara?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Barbara,
Yeah.
she's like he's so hazy from his dementia, but whenever Anya visits, it's like he's back to his old self. Maybe he's like subconsciously recognizes, that family face, but he doesn't, necessarily place it, but like seeing that
Mm.
face like brings him back to his old self for some reason,
Like a
which we
happier,
know is
well,
because
it's
he's like
very,
involved in it.
it's very interesting you point that out, because you would think if he saw someone who looks like the people from that experiment, it would cause him more distress. But from what we remember from the earlier chapters, he seemed very open and warm and very welcoming, and like I remember like when they first did that study session, he was very kind with Anya and was like telling her, like you're going to be the next generation of great thinkers, and you are our hope for our future. Like he was very kind and positive and very loving about being around Anya. That like clearly being around her didn't bring up any kind of maybe
Mm,
regressed emotional turmoil that might
maybe
have
it
been stuck in the back of his head. I
maybe
don't
it did.
exactly
uh,
know, but
Maybe
from
it
what
did.
I've seen, like this is what I'm kind of coming to the conclusion of right now.
Because you saying that makes me go back to that very last panel, or like the second to last panel, where he's like, could it really be that girl's test subject number 7? That
Right.
the way that's framed or like written, it makes me think that he has considered that in the past, but he probably was like, no, no, obviously. But
no,
now
no,
he's
no,
like,
no. It's
could it
maybe.
really be that girl's test
Uh,
subject 7? So maybe he did have it in the back of his head. that he was like, "Yo, she looks familiar, but
Like,
clearly
oh.
it's not."
I
But
How
it
old,
is.
how
just
old was
assume-
she when she escaped the facility? Wasn't it like she was like 3 or 4?
Right.
Yeah, that's still a
Right.
mystery.
I
That
That
was
would only
gonna
been
say
like 2 years.
I read
Uh.
that revelation as Sigmund only coming to this conclusion like right at that time in this moment. Like he did not think about it before.
Mm.
Because like I'm not exactly sure how the mind reading works, but wouldn't Anya have been able to pick up on that even if it was like something that he really didn't want to think about? Like I don't know. Cuz like I don't know. I don't understand the scientific chemistry behind people's brains, but I'm pretty sure if you're coming to some kind of conclusion or having some kind of feeling, like would you not still like in your mind kind of have a thought about it?
No.
It wasn't with Demetrius.
Rusky, damn, you were really close to the microphone. You good, buddy?
No, yeah, but no, like
Demetrius didn't.
no, like I mean, ignoring that Demetrius can just
Oh,
go.
we're going to ignore that now. Okay.
No, we no ignoring that he can go full on no thoughts, head empty,
Yeah.
in
All
the
right.
most literal of senses. Um,
Yeah, because he
About-
probably
yeah.
learned to pick that up because he also thinks that his father can read minds. So
Mhm.
No, yeah, no, but even without that element of he can train his mind to not be mind read, which is a very common trope in science fiction and fantasy in general. Um, the fact that you had an intent, that you had a thought process or reach a conclusion, or even had uh, strong stimuli like borderline brain defining traumatic, depending on the intensity of things like dementia, that can be completely forgotten. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mhm.
the fact that the fact that he's forgetful about these, well, that isn't telling. Like, why is he forgetting? Why is he remembering? Like, that is like the very most important question to me, because it's very convenient that he has dementia and that this dementia can recede to the point he can actually make these kinds of notes
Yeah.
at this point.
Well,
So
do you think? Because I know that like, well, okay, no, I'll bring whatever I was gonna say up later, but um, it's interesting that you're bringing that up about him remembering because that whole sequence with him and we get the scary panel and she's like, "Are you getting that sinking feeling again? I thought it had calmed down lately, which means this was a frequent occurrence." But before she says that, she looks out the window and looks outside, and it's nighttime.
yep,
And I'm thinking in my head, I was like, we already know that Anya doesn't read minds at the new moon.
yep,
Maybe subconsciously Siggy knows that, like, okay, like whenever the moon is out, I'm not safe. People can read my mind.
Right.
And then that's when he's just like,
Mm.
gets like this. He gets that
moon
sinking
man.
feeling. Fucking moon. I mean, why
The
else would she
moon
look out the
base
night?
is real.
I'm like, why else would
Um,
she look out the window like that and be like, "Oh, you're getting that sinking feeling again"? Like, it only happens at night, specifically. Apparently, that's what the
yep,
conclusion I'm coming up with.
yep. But okay, so yeah,
Is
I actually did consider the moon possibility. Like, it's tied to the moon phases and how he may feel safer or unsafer, or
mm-hmm.
but also also the question is this real dementia? Okay, we know that in some level it's actually a brain affliction because he writes before I forget, so it's not like he's
Mm-hmm.
thoroughly faking it. But my question is this something that happened to him? Is this something that he induced to himself, or is this something that was induced on him?
Oh, like a protective countermeasure in case he ever was questioned or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, because the three possibilities speak to three very different scenarios as to his involvement. Because let's say he started to get quite little dementia. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he stopped being an asset for the government. Like, they don't even have any reason to disappear him because he's starting to forget. Nobody's going to
Mm-hmm.
believe him. Nobody's going to let
Mm-hmm.
it will draw suspicion that formerly illustrious professor just disappeared. So let's just let him go. So he dies naturally. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Scenario 2, he induced it to himself. It can have the same result in the public perception of the people involved,
Mm-hmm.
but in this case, this active decision of agency of I'm gonna fuck my own brain
Mm-hmm.
is a result that can be either a matter of guilt, a matter of actively sabotaging Project Apple. It can be quite a few things.
Yeah.
And of course, the third scenario that it was induced in him, well, maybe he knew too much, or maybe who knows? There's
Uh,
uh,
uh, that was a theory that was getting kicked around this morning. Um. What was I gonna say? I Sorry, I'm flipping back. I don't know, and okay. I was gonna save this for later, but like, you bring up dementia, and I'm thinking like it only happens at night when like he gets this feeling and stuff like that. Obviously, it
mhm.
might be some sort of PTSD or something like that. Um, I'm also thinking vaguely of like sundowning.
Uh
Um,
huh.
I don't know. I don't know the very
Oh,
specifics of that. I'm not a doctor. I'm just
oof.
thinking out loud of like I don't know if that has something to do with it. Where it's like, at a certain time of night, that's when he could function.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. About that.
Uh,
Yeah.
Ironically, in Amazing Digital Circus, they have that kind of concept with Kinger's character,
mm-hmm.
who he functions much better in the dark for other like kind of emotional, traumatic reasons. So this is
Really?
Yeah.
actually quite relevant to this discussion right now, and that would
Wow.
make
Yeah.
sense if it is like it's a nighttime thing. I was also going to like question if there's any chance Sigmund back in the day when this was very new and experimental, like if he had done a procedure on himself and that also led to this this deterioration of his mind, leading to the dementia,
Mm-hmm.
by any
Yeah.
chance? I feel like it's probably as likely as any of these other options we have.
So, uh, going. Okay, that leads into one of the other things that I wanted to talk about because when he's talking about all the things that they did back then, um, Lloyd's like, I wonder what sort of things you two talked about. And he was like, well, the development of new medicines and ways to treat neurosis in soldiers.
Yeah.
And like, I'm thinking like neurosis, like anxiety disorders and stuff like that. I'm thinking maybe,
You
Siggy at
know.
some point used himself or was like maybe a victim
Mm.
himself of anxiety and wanted to treat him in some way, which is why he was part of those studies. Um, but then I'm also thinking the other one, the development of new medicines and how George Gluman's grandfather was part of all of that, and lo
Yeah.
and behold, he opened up a pharmaceutical company, which
Mm-hmm.
then Donovan ended up buying because they went under. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
It
they're oh
makes
my,
you kind of wonder if Donovan like had a hand to play in their downfall, so he could swoop in
Yep.
and grab the
Hmm.
pharmaceutical company at that point. Like, how
Mm.
far does the rabbit hole go? Because I
Yeah.
feel like it's going real deep right now with all this mentioned about the connections with the Glumans and Authens and Desmonds and shit.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
have a
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Didn't didn't Donovan serve in one of the wars?
He did
He did. He did. He's considered a
in the
war hero.
latest war, yeah.
That's only Damien though. Only Damien says that, and Damien's a huge dad glazer, if you ask
I
me.
don't. I don't know. Like
Do you think he could
it.
have gotten
He could have been a.
PTSD and stuff from the war
No.
and
Yeah.
went
I.
through
I mean,
pharmaceuticals and
the thing
stuff?
is. The thing is, it makes sense if he's a war hero in the sense that he became the prime minister. Because
Mm.
Could be.
This
Could be.
thing this is the kind of thing that will give you political influence if you actually were.
Yeah,
Was
the
So
Franklin D.
military kind of
Roosevelt,
background
is
and
he
stuff.
considered a war hero?
Roosevelt,
According to
Considered?
He
Damien,
was a war
yes.
power. You know, he was
yeah,
the driving force
At least
behind the
he's
war.
served in the war, right?
yeah,
According to
like
Damien, though, he
Which Roosevelt? Are we talking
stating
Teddy or Theodore
Franklin D.
or Franklin D? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
like would he be considered a war hero because of what he did during World War II?
well, I mean, he was like, I would say he's like one of the driving powers behind it. So I don't know if you would consider that a war hero or not, but you know, he was
Uh,
I mean, he was kind of the reason. It was a big reason why we won. He,
yeah,
that's I could say.
it's one of those things where like it's one of those things where the concept of hero is extremely relative.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
in any armed conflict, it's like, oh, he's a hero. Under what circumstances he fucked up every
yeah,
like
that's what
right.
it's
I'm concerned about.
Mm.
yeah, like in that sense, like I mean, of course, if he's called a hero, it wouldn't be for good reasons, but you know this entire kerfuffle about neurosis, it would make sense, you know, like picture scenario A. Donovan is put on a leadership position in the war. He's a commander or something.
Mm.
Scenario 2. For some reason, Donovan gets ambushed. Like, well, step 2 of the scenario. For some reason, Donovan gets ambushed in an operation. Step 3. Donovan manages to survive and turn the situation around, but has become increasingly paranoid because the only means for this operation to have gone awry is because someone sold the information out. Ratted
Mm.
information out.
Hmm.
So you have your war hero and someone emotionally scarred for the entire conflict. Thus, you have someone who is paranoid.
Hmm.
Like a scenario like that could cover all the bases. Like, why is this guy considered important? Why has this guy been turned into a paranoid mess? On top of his already weird philosophy as a kid of, oh, people can never understand people. Like,
Hmm.
because I do think the war factors in. Like,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
of course, but
Now that you
hmm,
say that, Roski, it's got me thinking. So instead of maybe not an ambush, what if an assassination attempt was made on Donovan during the war? Like maybe poison or something like that? Because Melinda in the same chapter, like 121, she tells her that she can't accept edible foods from anyone,
Hmm.
yep,
and then
Mm.
at the very end of the chapter, she knows that Donovan fell ill, but she never explained why. So maybe he got poisoned, and that's why he doesn't like him. Poison from someone maybe in a circle, and that's why
Hmm.
he became so paranoid
yeah.
and stuff like that. That's where I'm going right now, but
Wait,
I don't know if that makes sense.
hold on. I'm coming. I'm looking back. Chapter 1, where Anya's first introduced,
Oh,
Oh,
and
we're going
we're
all the way
going back.
back
We're going
now.
back to the
Alright.
roots.
it literally says it right there in the panel. It's like she was made by accident, an unintended consequence of research experiments conducted by a certain organization. She later escaped from their facility.
Well, I totally forgot about that detail.
Her
Yeah,
mind reading was never part of the thing.
Yeah,
So what was the point of Project Apple?
Hmm.
MK Ultra.
yeah. The point of Project
Elaborate,
Apple
Roski.
was.
I vaguely know what you're talking about.
Just
Uh,
a
Okay, Roski, go.
superhuman or something?
no. The
Well,
entire point. Okay, have you? I mean, I know that project has become infamous and basically uh, an equivalent to online conspiracies. But MK Ultra was a real project.
Yeah.
CIA, human experimentation on unwilling subjects, including the population. Um, So
A lot of LSD. I know that much.
no, yeah, the entire point of MK Ultra, which in some cases people do attribute to things like parapsychological abilities like mind reading, but the entire point of the project was to basically develop technologies and drugs to manipulate the population without them knowing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
manipulate the way they think. So a lot of people got drugged without even knowing they were part of a project because they were just civilians.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. It
Oh, I
so
was.
in this case I would suspect that the original point of Project Apple was less about mind reading and one more about mind control.
Oh shit.
I
I could see
see.
that. I could
Yeah.
see that, especially because oh my god. Okay, going back to like the Gluman Pharmaceuticals. Okay, because we're talking about the medicines and all of that, and we had put together the running theory a long time ago. I'm talking like chapter 30, um, of so like when they're doing the tennis arc and those guys get juiced up on that like steroid medicine and go
Mm-hmm.
all crazy. That was the military, and they were saying that, oh yeah, this is our experimental drug that we recently have come up with. And conveniently that was only like 2 chapters after we found out that Donovan purchased Gluman Pharmaceuticals. So
Yep.
like that
Oh
collided
shit.
that coinciding with Roski, thinking about maybe mind control. We're doing mind control and then also superhuman serum. Are we talking about
Yep.
like super soldiers that are like mind controlled?
Ooh.
I don't think
Yep.
the steroids were for like military. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm trying to read it back again. They're gonna use it for what? Jesus Christ, a
The
sports game.
joint
Yeah.
Olympic games, like something like that.
Yeah,
But
Right.
that was like the test. I
yeah.
feel
Yep.
So
like.
maybe that could be like a prototype for like military.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was also the like back way back in like chapter. Good lord, what was that? Like the Bond and Lloyd chapter where they're getting that truth serum
Ooh,
that was like connected
41
to Project
maybe.
Apple.
Yeah. Oh, here and pull up my phone.
Okay, so I'm kind
Yeah,
of being
truth serum.
reminded
Yeah, yeah.
of that game We Happy Few that came out like in
Oh yeah.
2017 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, that's
Basically,
yeah. I'm
it's
thinking of like that. Like, okay, sounds like they want to be able to control people. So yes, you start with soldiers, super soldiers, but you eventually do want to move on to like the general population,
Mm-hmm.
probably to like keep the state in order, to keep people compliant, keep them obedient.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of what a lot of this sounds like to me.
Yeah.
It's like that's what they eventually wanted to push. Like all these themes about Donovan saying you never know what people are like. So what better way to control them than to literally drug them, to make them compliant, to make them obedient, and all these
Yo.
other things,
yep.
Like that a mass hit like a mass what is it? Mass mass mind control would probably be the kind of easiest. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's easiest, but that's like kind of the biggest way to do it, right? Like that's the big solution.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just to turn everyone into the exact same kind of
The ultimate
mushy
solution.
robot and human flesh kind of thing. Like I'm kind
Yeah.
of thinking of this is kind of another example, not exactly, but like from Rick and Morty, there's like an episode where they have like these assimilation alien species or something, where they go to planets and assimilate everyone into like one mind, or like the Borg from Star Trek. We were like, gotta
That's
get
the
them all
thing.
connected. Yeah, get them
Oh,
all the
that.
same, so
Oh,
then
like a
there's
mind
no
hive.
more war and fighting and all these
Mm-hmm.
things.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
that's what
the
it
the
kind of
planet
feels
of the
like.
body snatchers, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to see if this is
The invasion of the body snatchers. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, knowing him, knowing Donovan, I would.
That would sound like something he'd want to do, yeah.
Yeah.
I just wonder
Yep.
where. I wonder if they've been using like prisoners of war because we have
Oh, no
seen
Oh.
doubt.
that being
Oh, I
mentioned, right?
mean, no shit they have. But
Or like
Yeah.
international
Yeah.
criminals like Red Circus.
No, I mean they are gonna
Red
use
Circus is
anyone who is an enemy.
Austinian, but
I just find it interesting.
I don't think. Considering what I brought up about MK Ultra, I don't think the people from Red Circus are above being used as test subjects.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, because I was like just mainly thinking about the fact that basically Ostalis and Ostania is like based on like Germany,
Uh-huh.
and then I think of like the Nazi experiments and stuff and other things too.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure
Well,
it's-
I find it interesting that we're seeing all of this about Project Apple and stuff in Ostania, but it was specifically said that Westalis was conducting human experiments.
Yeah.
no,
that was
that's
the rumor. Was
PAL
Westalis?
massacres.
Was it?
That's chapter 31.
Yeah. But that was they said
Yeah, the
they
East
were
has.
doing POWs.
Yeah, they're
Was
like
Westalis?
they're all like messing with their POWs.
Mhm.
Like or no, yeah. So in chapter 31, they said that Austania was doing just human experiments. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
the West was committing PAL massacres. But then later
Gotcha.
on, in like chapter 98, during like the first war, there's already rumors going around the school children that their PAL experimentation is going on. So that might be what you're talking about.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you're saying
But they
that
never
even
said
back then in
where.
the Henderson War that they were doing experiments?
I think
Yeah,
so.
they don't say where, but
Yep.
it might be where
I
Stalis
might
doing
have
the
a crack
experiments.
theory.
That makes more sense actually. Yeah, go ahead, Blue.
I might have a new crack theory. This sounds insane. This sounds like some like there are snake people and the Illuminati run the world kind of shit. But
Mm-hmm.
Obama.
hear me out. What? Wait, what did you say? I
What?
didn't hear that.
I always
No,
knew.
no. That's okay.
Thanks,
Okay.
Obama. No.
I love
Okay.
that meme.
Throwing it back.
My crack theory is okay. So we know that Donovan's party is the National Unity Party.
Yep.
My crack theory is: what if Ostania and Westalis are actually like there are secret governmental stuff that are actually working together behind the scenes, but they kind of treat their countries as being separate entities and at war and hating each other because that might be the easiest way to motivate each side to comply with their weird like laws and rules and like justify the like literal human right crimes they're committing with the experimentations and things like that. Like I just got like this feeling that it's like the bigger enemy is outside of these people,
Yeah.
but it's like an entire institution of like trying to unify the country but doing it under a very strict like regime or something.
Oh yeah, Donovan would totally do
because
that.
I don't
It
think
does sound-
Westalis or Ostania are both innocent into that.
Yeah.
I'm I'm thinking of Garden and like their whole thing about
Yeah, they're
what was
like
it?
outside of it. and
Yeah, because
stuff.
the director is like they hold allegiance to an old empire, and I'm like
right.
that.
Like, it could be this old empire when they were once unified in the medieval times and stuff.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're like well, clearly they're different from like the SSS because the SSS they're the ones that are with Donovan and like the new guard basically. And like Garden is all about like, okay, we're not doing any of that science shit. Like we're just here, we're
Yeah.
soldiers, and we're going
You read the
to.
Bible.
You know what? You make a good point because I just realized like Gimpy with all the medicinal herbs and the swords and the weapons. Like McMahon, I think he uses a gun sometimes, but yeah, I think you're kind of right to say it's kind of like they are trying to forego like the rapid modern era of technology and stuff.
Yep.
So I don't know. I
Well,
don't know
you're
how they
saying doesn't
factor
sound
into
too far
this.
off, Blue. Like the name National Unity Party is in their name, and the wars are all called East-West War of Unifications. So I don't think it's too far out there to say that
Oh
there
shit! Okay,
was an
I'm being
intent to
validated.
try to unify the nations.
I feel
Yeah,
like
try
I'm
to
really pulling that
drug
Pepe Sylvia. This
Westalis.
is my Pepe Sylvia moment where like I think the governments of Westalis and Ostania might actually be working together in some I don't know weird shit. Like I feel like it's got to be complicated like that. or
I'm
something. I don't know.
I think
Hmm.
uh this might tie into something that I had caught, and I don't know if anybody really talked about it, but
Hmm.
when Siggy was talking about the secret societies, and he's telling Anya,
Oh. Oh shit.
yeah, because he's
Oh
talking
shit.
about, and he makes it sound silly because he's like, oh yeah, there was a secret society in my university, and they had like this really funny initiation thing, but I'm like,
This is literally the Illuminati. I was joking about that, but
No, I
you
mean no.
unintentionally like tied it all together. So you know what? I feel validated right now. I
I mean
really
no.
do.
The idea of you know, secret organizations in universities is an ancient one.
mm, and I
Yeah, for
believe it.
So
sure.
I believe it.
yeah,
And not gonna lie, I thought they were talking about the stupid little occult reading group that Melinda's a part of.
no.
That's just me.
That would
Like
be really
Melinda
funny.
gives so much Illuminati vibes, like the stupid triangles on her merch and whatever.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
I
true.
mean that.
Oh my god.
I mean that is literal occult imagery from the
The
actual
Yeah.
Aleister
eye,
Crowley.
like
Like
like the Desmond eye, that would also tie into that.
no, yeah, like no, yeah, like the eye and the pyramid and all of that is some that is occult imagery that is tied to the actual Aleister Crowley, like the historical guy
Wait,
that.
do you think that might have been like in plain sight? Was like the Desmond eye? Like we always associate it with Desmond, but like maybe that eye actually has something to do with whatever society it is, because
Maybe the eye is for someone on Melinda's side of the family, though.
Maybe.
Maybe, but I
Hmm.
mean, eyes are a recurring motif in this manga. Wise also has an eye as a symbol, so
mhm,
Yeah.
Right. Right.
always watching.
Yeah. And
yeah,
going
like
back to like wait, I should have mentioned it like way sooner, but I found it again. So like Crow, when you were talking about like the possibility of like Sigmund sundowning, 'cause,
Uh
like
huh.
Dementia and all that, I looked into the Japanese version of like the like what Barbara was saying, and she says like I don't want to say it in Japanese, but basically she says like, "Are you having another sunset today?"
Oh
And then
wow,
Oh. Oh my god.
like
wow.
I asked around, and then someone like did basically tell me that yeah, like sunsetting, sundowning, dementia, and all that.
yeah.
And so that's what I found.
That's
Wow.
crazy that all of that language is tied to like I mean, I don't know how related this is supposed to be, but like twilight, nightfall, daybreak, all these times of the day, like that's a really crazy, very specific like tie to that concept.
Endo has said that he wanted to go on the moon.
We're going to the fucking moon. uh, I will, because I'm looking up symptoms of sundowning. There's a few, but the ones I'm looking at, um, what was it? May experience restlessness trying to sleep, can lead to pacing, wandering, and paranoia, which causes increased anxiety. I'm looking back at the panel of when he takes out the pen, and in that drawer there are stacks of papers on there, which I assume are just all of the notes that he's let himself. um
Yeah.
so I can
Mm.
assume that he does this a lot. And then on top of that, I'm just throwing it out there that there's a sealed envelope in there. I don't know what that's about, but you know it looks like he does a
Uh
lot of this. Well, not according to Barbara, not lately, but he's got a lot
Yeah.
of information that he's written down just for himself.
Oh damn! Can you imagine
Speaking of the
Lloyd breaking and
notes,
entering?
Oh God.
wait, but speaking of the notes, like, did we have we talked about the letter C already or
Yeah,
no?
okay.
no.
I was
We're gonna
bringing that up this morning, and like I know some people were like, "Oh, that's just another bullet point." I don't think that's a bullet point. That's way
No.
too big to be just
No, yeah,
a
the
and
the
like above
entire
it is like the
the entire
vaguely
panel
Project
focuses on the
Apple.
sea.
yeah.
So like it's very clear that this was drawn attention to because it's gonna be important. Like
Hmm.
I do not think you put a letter that big as the center of the panel while the rest of the text is obscured,
Mm-hmm.
if you're just gonna ignore it, like that C is the point, like that C
Yeah.
is. And I think a lot has been said about that C in the server. You know, a few theories have been posted already, like what that C means.
Such
Even
as.
Tare had. Okay, so one of the most esoteric ones, which I also really love, that was mentioned, is the Tare mentioned that that C shape is a shape that you see in the brain's hippocampus,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I had seen she mentioned
Oh.
that.
and the hippocampus is directly related with the control of memory, like short-term memory,
Mm.
long-term memory. It's one of the primary functions of the hippocampus.
Yeah. And like the cells look like letter C's when you look under it under a microscope. Uh,
Yep.
Interesting.
So the fact that we have a character that can remember, that is tied to a project that with that is that mirrors the shape of a part of the brain and the cells of the brain, and those two things are related to memory, to human memory, but the
Mm-hmm.
character cannot remember. Like, that's fishy.
Yeah.
More importantly, however, I do think that people brought up the fact that the C is the first layer of Chimera.
Of what?
Chimera.
Chimera, like
Chimera.
Anya's little
Chimera.
doll
The
Oh,
Chimera.
plush.
right.
So we
Yeah.
have, and yeah, the thing with Anya's plushie, which is a Chimera. So
Uh-huh.
maybe she.
Which we haven't seen lately. Sorry, just throwing it out there.
No,
Just
like,
hanging
No,
yeah.
around.
it was definitely put in there for emphasis. So see my Full Metal
Oh no.
tangent?
No
That was
Tucker.
actually-
There's no Tucker in this manga. Thank
No,
you
there's
very
no
much.
Tucker.
No,
I'm just
I
saying, like,
mean,
hey, look at that. I can make sense when I'm crazy.
Though you know what I just found though? I don't know if it contributes to the conversation, but I found something where it's about like data collections and stuff, like with experiments. And it says like certain letters that you put down, like they say X stands for the treatment, E stands for the experimental group, C stands for the control or comparison group, and O stands for time. So
oh my
scripts
god.
stand for time.
I
Okay.
see.
I don't know. I read that and I thought it was interesting.
Scientists
Could be
sit
right.
over
He could be
here.
writing and like
Scientists sit over here giving us
in
the
that
deets
coat.
about experimentation.
No, yeah, but
Mm.
will that mean that Anya was part of the group,
The
the
control
group?
group? It sounds like
Maybe.
maybe. I
maybe
mean,
he could
like,
have just been referencing the control group.
you
and
know what?
then-
C actually stands for crow. Actually, it's Project.
It
Apple,
It was
C
me.
for-
I did it.
Yeah.
I want to read your minds.
I posted that link where I found that information, but I thought it was interesting.
I do
Or
want to
here
point
we are.
out. Oh, sorry, I do want to point out because I'm looking through chapter 1 again. So the scientists do know that Anya can read minds, like
Yes.
that's established, but it wasn't the point of it. So like now I'm thinking because Ziggy
Sigmund. Oh,
Siggy
okay.
whatever Authen, he's like, could the plan still be underway? I
Yep.
don't know if he's referencing whatever original plan there was for Project Apple, or if this was like a new plan that's based around Anya, knowing the fact that she does read minds.
Yeah, that
I
freaked me out a bit. I
mean-
was like, "What fucking plan, man?
Right.
What plan,
Yeah.
dog?"
It's probably some kind of like improvised plan of like, okay, we know where the asset where subject 07 is.
Right.
Maybe we can
I
still
mean-
do the original plan with some different steps now.
I mean, I do not think that the fact that that people got the scientists got an unexpected result means the plan is kind of improvised. That happens a lot in medical investigation, medical research, that they try something for one thing and then they discover that it's good for another thing and then reframe the entire project around that new thing. Like, you cannot accept. I mean, you can. We have learned ways to study the behavior of dogs, but you cannot exactly ask a dog about the future.
Mhm.
How are you feeling, buddy?
Can
Tell
you
me
tell me
how
what
it's
a canoe
true.
is?
Oh my god!
He's
Orf.
licking his butt.
Worf, Worf.
Yeah, like so. I mean, I think they also discovered the effects of asbestos that way. It was by accident.
Whoops. Everyone has cancer. Sorry.
And lead
That was
stare.
our
Don't forget
bad.
the lead stare in the boomers and Gen Z because lead's in
I
fucking
mean,
vape pens.
That's
So
great.
that's how we
I knew
discovered.
vape pens were bad.
I mean, it was an accident that we discovered radioactive material was dangerous for the body.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, we discovered everything that way. You know, we discovered tree sap can be pretty good maple syrup because someone had to go and lick that shit up of tree
Hell
and cook it
yeah.
up, right?
no, yeah, like I mean, humans are
You know,
good at fucking
pioneers.
up
Mm,
We are
by
pioneers.
experiments.
pioneers. They used to ride these babies for miles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But
It's not a rock, it's a boulder.
it's a rock. Anyway,
fact.
Oh, I got it wrong. Never
um,
mind. Shoot.
what okay, I want to get y'all's take finally on so Sigismund. God damn! Why do I keep saying Sigismund? I'm thinking of Warhammer 40k.
Just
I
say
keep
Sigismund.
saying
Just
it's
say
Sigismund.
Oppins from now on.
The Siggy.
Just say Oppins.
Siggy. Just say
Siggy.
Siggy.
I'm gonna say Ziggy,
Sigismund,
like
Holy Roman
the
Emperor.
musician,
I
but
was
I know
gonna
it's
say
Siggy.
it reminds me of a Ziggy Star or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him
From
Ziggy.
David Bowie's character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
Ziggy,
just
his relationship with Donovan, because we were touching on that last podcast, and
yeah.
clearly we were wrong about him being in Eden, but he was a university professor. I'm assuming now that he met Donovan through the university, because I don't buy for a second that he had a casual conversation with
Oh
Donovan.
no, that was a complete lie.
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't
No,
think it was
that
a
happened.
purposeful lie. I think he really was not remembering, but he totally knows the
Yeah.
Desmonds. Like
Yeah.
straight up. And I just don't know like to what extent, like how deep he is involved with them, because we already know that Melinda trusts him enough to get his opinion on something.
Right.
And I don't know.
Maybe he was kind of serving as sort of like her doctor, like, you know, not officially, not like
I don't think it would be
legally.
her doctor. I think
No.
it'd be
Oh, well-
Donovan's doctor.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I guess yeah, that'd make more sense. It's just that Melinda does seem to kind of be, you know, kind of know Authen, seem to have like a decent opinion of him, I guess, and he seems to have a decent opinion of her. So kind of wondered like if they ever talked as well, or like if their families or wives ever interacted or anything. Because
Mhm.
Barbara doesn't seem to obviously have any idea about like the Desmond connection that her husband has, which I guess means they must have kept it secret.
Yeah.
So much. There's so much.
Yeah.
I'm also assuming that Ziggy hasn't had any contact with Donovan in a long time, because otherwise Lloyd would have known. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
watching these guys like a hawk.
Like an obvious connection, but there is no obvious connection.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, any connection they may have is clearly not public. So
Yeah.
Or maybe they had a falling out, maybe because of this whole Project Apple thing.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Or like after he decided to like shut himself off from everybody, like Sigmund and whoever was involved with Donovan at the time, they all got like shut out by him.
Yeah, because Raph, oh shit, I backed out. Because they had moved, the Authens had moved in from somewhere previously. Do you know vaguely what
Covenia?
chapter that might have been?
They talk about it in chapter 92.
92.
I love that you know that off the top of
It's
your
fucking
head.
encyclopedic.
I was just
love
looking
Raph.
through them. And
I
was like,
do,
no,
and I actually do
remember
have the
number.
chapter up on the screen right now.
That
just
is
looking through it.
amazing.
Oh, also, Daybreak was in this chapter. I just want to point that out.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Um,
was.
let's
I
see.
miss him, but
Wait, he was
Me
in
too.
92?
Yeah, he was like in a flashback.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
wow.
about that.
I completely forgot about
I
that.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
I
Laura's,
know
like, cursing
exactly
him
what you're
out.
talking about. I can see that little thing in my mind of him. But you know what? But what I'm interested about is the fact that Sigmund is basically like, oh, this girl is subject to 007, which means that he would figure out that like Lloyd is not her actual father.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're.
Yeah, clearly,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
It haunts me to know that there's a good possible chance Authen knew who Anya's mother was.
Oh,
It
100%
might be
he
the
knew.
only person who knows anything about her. Oh my god. And he's an 80-year-old dementia-riddled man.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Ah!
I'll figure it out.
I mean, life tends to be like that at times.
I also want to know if
Like,
Desmond,
oh.
if Donovan would recognize Anya, like seeing her, if he would recognize her.
Oh, he
or not.
totally would.
He probably has already
Oh.
seen a few photos of her. I feel like he would have had by now.
Yep. Mm.
God, and the crazy
Yeah,
thing
he's
is,
probably
if she
aware.
had not fallen asleep, he would have saw her back during like what, chapter 20 was it?
I just
When
want to know
Desmond
how
first
involved
showed
he
up?
is with
47,
Project Apple.
38,
Like,
40? Okay, yeah. That's
37,
crazy.
38.
Oh my God.
yeah.
37, 38, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
when Lloyd and him
crazy.
meet.
That's crazy timing. Holy
Yeah.
Man,
shit.
I
I
mean,
really
I feel
wanna-
like Lloyd is cooked. I feel like Lloyd is cooked.
I mean, he has been cooked day one. If
Oh,
if
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Desmond can
Yeah,
read
because
minds.
Anya fucked that for him first chapter. The mob knows where he is and everything.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
This
I
Sigmund
really, I
reveals,
just want to know. I just
Oh
want
my
to know. I just
Yeah.
want to know how involved Donovan is. It's killing me. How much does he
Oh,
know?
I mean, he's
Does
like
he know the
clearly,
subjects
he's
at all?
clearly actively involved with all of this.
Yeah.
With the whole
Yeah.
mind reading, Crow, I think we can both agree that we can confirm the mind reading now.
That Donovan can read minds?
Yeah, that Donovan can read minds.
I
'cause
don't-
know you've
I-
been skeptical.
I'm still not 100%.
I'm not
sure.
100% on
I'm still on
that.
the fence.
Really? Damn, you guys.
There's not enough
Like, on the
evidence.
fence,
I mean,
but I'm
we
like-
don't know anything about him.
I'm willing to dip my toe.
No. Hmm.
Something's definitely wrong with him.
Yeah.
I think he can read minds, guys. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
I don't think
Yeah,
so, though.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think.
I just wish you guys would believe it too. I feel like I'm
Believe
the
me,
crazy
Dad,
one.
you sound like
I mean-
Melinda right now, Blue. You're like, Donovan's an alien.
You
and
know
we're
what?
like, no,
I take
Blue.
that as a fucking compliment. So thank you for calling me a Melinda. Thank you.
I
You're
mean,
know I'm that
welcome.
hot.
I mean,
That poor
We
girl's
all
been
want to
through
be
so
that
much.
hot.
do you wear the tinfoil hat with the antenna?
Maybe. You don't know what goes on in my personal life.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. You don't know my
Okay.
life.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'll just
Yeah.
drive down to Mexico or something and meet you.
Hell yeah. Party at Roski's.
Oh man. But
Yeah.
the Sigmund reveal.
Crow's in
it's-
Texas. I'm in California. We could definitely meet up in Mexico and hang out with Risky.
Yeah. I will have to go to Sonora, but.
Just
What were we
run
saying,
over and
Raph?
jump the border.
No, yeah,
like, just
I
learning
mean, we get
everything else about Sigmund is, and then like the
Tijuana.
whole stuff at the end. It's kind of like knowing your grandfather, and then like realizing later on that like, oh, he's not actually that cool of a guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like you grow up
very
knowing your grandpa is like
Damn.
the cool guy, and then you're like, oh, he's a war criminal. Oh.
Oh no!
But he makes great cookies. Okay.
Yay!
Humans are complicated
Give me
like
his
that.
estate.
It's true.
No, yeah, I mean, some
Yeah.
war criminals were good at pastries. So
Well, what other? I mean, what else? Is there anything else you guys want to hit on?
Ransom.
hit on
The only thing
your-
would be like funny things, like
Yeah.
a
She's married, sir.
Whatever. Never stop the man.
No, I mean, bringing up Yor in this chapter, it's really funny that she actually ran in circles the whole night.
Oh my god, her face.
Yeah.
I literally, I'll give it to Endo.
She
I think this is
considered
the
it.
first time I snorted in a long time. Like I just saw that face. I died.
I love the smoke
Considered
coming
it.
out of the ears. I'm not gonna lie, like, okay,
Yeah.
before the Sigmund reveal, like, I kept reading and I was like, when is this chapter gonna end? Like, I kept going and being, okay, so the Authens aren't suspicious, and then I thought it was gonna end at Yor being silly, and then I swiped once more. I'm like, oh shit, Sigmund, and I'm like,
The little
okay,
scary
okay,
face.
there's
Grandpa
the real
scary.
ending. It was like, yeah,
Funny face.
That's
What
the
a
face
funny-
of somebody
what a
who's
funny
seen
guy.
some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's like
Done
literally
some
that
shit.
meme of was it Bob from Mr. Incredibles where it has like that editing on it where it's like super dark and
Oh,
contrasting. Like that's
uncanny.
literally this. That's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
this right now.
Yeah.
Oh
I like
I-
I like the fact that no coworkers are actually like they went out of their way to
my god. I know to
apologize.
apologize for accusing her
Yeah.
of cheating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by the looks of it, it kind of
Ariel.
feels like Sharon had the idea. She's the one always inviting you out for dinner, and she doesn't seem
Yeah.
too guilty compared to Millie or Camilla about the accusations.
I mean,
I think
she probably-
Camilla would do it. She's a star.
I will suspect that that Sharon dragged Millie and Camilla. Like,
yeah.
come on, girls, we have to make something. For
You
you
know what?
also.
I'm gonna. You know, I think this is showing that all of them are fine. You know, they're getting a little bit more character development. We're like, you know what? They're gonna stop being such bitches to Yor for literally no fucking reason, which is
They
great
said
for
she was
them.
fun to be around, so
I'm glad
Yeah.
because you know
Yeah.
it sucked in the
Good for
beginning
her.
watching them
Good
be
for
so
them.
mean and so like heartless and making fun of her for being single and shit. Like that's not a girl's girl. That's crazy behavior right there.
Can I mention that one panel though with
Lloyd and Anya?
Lloyd and Anya grinning?
I love that.
I
I
love
literally
that
wanted to talk
panel.
about it. They're so stupid. I fucking love them.
I love
That's
how
like-
they always
I mean,
make the same faces.
He
I
birthed
love
her.
that.
That's his daughter right there.
Like mother, like father, like daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also the one. I also like the one where like she was like, "No, I want to leave now. This is boring."
Nah, I'm bored now.
And he's like, "Oh, come on!" And then he's like blushing. She's like, "Sweet, I'll stay." And he's like, "Oh my god."
Oh my
Dad
God.
says he wants to give you a good, a hello kiss.
Yeah.
That one too.
I
That
should
was
actually
great.
think
And he's
about it.
blushing in that too.
Yeah, she
wanted
thought
to
about it
make
for a
out with him.
second.
She really wanted to.
She's like,
and then she had to run laps.
no.
Yeah. Mm.
It's funny too because she literally the other chapter was like, "Oh no, he'll never go for it," and now he's like right there, and she's like, "No, never mind, I can't do it."
Me
Yeah,
too.
but
Like
like
I
I said,
Me too.
like I
you're
said
like,
in
"Me
the
too."
group chat, the seed has been planted. He knows about the welcome home kisses now. You're the chance.
The seed has been planted for
Man.
another 100 chapters.
Yeah, because everyone's like after the whole
Man.
garden arc, they're like, "Oh, Yours gonna come home and give Lloyd a welcome home kiss," and then she did it. But now Lloyd knows, so there's a higher
And she's
chance
running
now.
around in the middle of the night, so.
Yeah, she's fine.
So you're
She'll be back.
running in circles.
She is also sundowning.
It reminds me of that chapter where they were at that inn
be
and
fine
she
in the
was
morning.
out. She went
Oh, boy.
outside in the blizzard.
Girls got it.
I mean, I can. It's one of those things that you can want to make a GIF out of. You know, like just have a GIF of your running in circles.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh man.
It's like Orihime from Bleach with the leak. She just spins
Yeah.
it for each other. Classic. Okay. Any other funny panels we want to talk about?
Not panels, but why don't we talk about the anime?
Anime's
Oh.
coming out.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I do think that we have to keep a moment of silence because one of these
Oh, that's
voice
right.
actors passed away.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Donovan Desmond, his voice actor, sadly passed away last week.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we don't see a whole lot of Donovan, but I really enjoyed his voice. Not what I
I mean-
expected he would sound like, but definitely very intimidating.
Yeah.
I
The
mean-
guy had a really cool and very rich career as a voice actor, and I am really disappointed that we'll never get to know like what his performance could have been in the future with Donovan's character.
Okay, I think it's.
But
only
I'm glad
appropriate
he
we
was
get to
here
it.
when he had when he could, and he was part of this project.
Okay, yeah, Takaya Hashi is the name.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was a very illustrious voice actor.
I saw that.
A
Yeah.
A lot under his belt, yeah. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't think this next season is going to feature Desmond at all. But I might be wrong on that. I don't obviously know which chapters are going to get covered. But
I mean,
at the end of the mole arc, for sure.
oh,
Because they like even in like the
my
new
God,
visual,
we're
it
finally-
showed the lion plushie.
We're
so-
gonna
Yeah.
finally see Yuri get his ass beat
Ass
and his
beat.
balls.
Hell
yes.
He's gonna get slapped. Yes.
Fucking love it.
Oh, and Chloe. Oh my God, Chloe's gonna show up.
I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
excited to hear her voice
Donovan's
and
not
also
gonna
Melinda's
show
voice.
up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
mean,
if like
We're gonna see
Takahashi's voice will
Melinda
return
though.
I know.
for like
I
any
want to hear her
fantasy
So
voice
ready
so
for
bad. I'm
for
so
the hottest
excited.
MILF in Spike's family.
Oh my god.
Can't wait for Yuri.
I get long-haired Fiona.
Not,
I'm okay
not
with that.
Briar, but girl love Yuri.
Hell yeah.
I get long-haired
Two women
Nightfall,
ever,
so
your
I'm ready for that.
Oh
Yeah,
right,
like,
black. I forgot the black wig.
what?
Does it for me.
Didn't Fiona wear a black wig?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, to look like
Yeah.
Yor maybe.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh damn, she looked good with black on."
She do look good. Hang on.
She do look
Oh
good.
yeah,
I'm
we
not
have-
proud
we
of
have
that,
To, we have
but-
to relive. We have to relive the hijacking arc again.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
I
I'm just
hope
gonna
I
do
pray to
something.
God
better in
they.
the anime.
I'm just
I
gonna
mean,
dissociate
that
real bad.
ending.
I mean, the thing with anime adaptations is they can always
Add to it.
Fix
add
things.
to the
Yes.
manga, fix
That's what
problems
I'm
in the
hoping
manga.
for. I
Like-
want it fleshed out a bit, please.
Yes.
No, yeah, like Spy Family can do what JoJo does, and that is always a blessing with anime adaptations.
Mm.
I mean, if you don't know, they fix a lot of plot holes, continuity issues, add Easter eggs. They do an absolute marvel to
Yeah.
to polish the rough edges of the manga. Like the latest Bleach anime polished a lot of the rough edges of the last arc of the manga. Uh, that's the beauty of anime adaptations, because they can address the very big complaints we all have about the hijacking arc.
Hopefully.
Hopefully,
Ugh.
else I'm gonna be pissed.
I wonder if the
We all
pacing
will.
will fix it.
I want them to animate him running, Lloyd running.
Yeah, we're
I
also,
mean,
you also might get that short mission where Frankie and Lloyd make an anime, and then we can watch Ruski crash out one more time.
Full on crash out. I will record it.
It's not gonna be
I'm
one.
surprised if it wasn't animated.
It's gonna be
because
at least
it gets referenced.
5
It gets
times.
referenced in later chapters, so it has to.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get mad. The animators. I mean, you know the fun part. The animators making it, are gonna either chuckle out of fun or chuckle out of misery.
You
while
know what's
they're
good?
animating.
You know what would be really fucking funny is if like they gave that episode like a low budget look. Like there's only like 6 frames for the like, you know what I mean? Like it's just gonna look like cardboard
Oh my
cutouts the
God.
whole time. Like
No, it's gonna
Yeah.
look like actual 70s anime. And if you have seen 70s anime, you know what I'm talking about.
That'd be fun. I hope they do something like
No,
that.
yeah, just look at the original Gundam. That looks rough.
Speed Racer slideshow.
Oh my god. I mean, Speed Racer is technically late 60s, but it still counts.
You know what I
Uh,
mean.
No, yeah, but if it looks like if it looks like Speed Racer, I'm gonna chuckle a lot.
Just lip flapping. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Um,
that fucking series is. I mean, that fucking series is hilarious if you actually watch the original Speed Racer.
Yeah.
The voice acting, oh my god, it
Yeah.
goes from really wooden to viscerally real in a second. Okay, I'm legally obligated to share this clip.
Oh god. Okay, you share the clip. I'm gonna go ahead and
It-
wrap things up.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Oh god. All right.
Yeah, I've seen this.
All right, everybody. That's it for this episode. We're gonna call it while Roski shares his Speed Racer with us. But in the meantime,
it's just 8 seconds. You can watch it.
Yeah, I've seen this.
I'm looking at it.
Screaming.
Oh god.
Screaming
Hold
gets
on.
me every time.
He's going over that cliff.
I have to
He's
control
going
it,
over
not
that
fall.
cliff.
I can't read it. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you all again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.